Good evening, let's see if this is working. Oh, good. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Greater New Bedford Regional Vocational Technical High School. I promise that's the last time I will say that completely in one sentence for the rest of the evening. I can guarantee you that. But we thank you for being here for the annual Otto Graham Award. We have some wonderful candidates that we'd like to introduce you to right now. And please give them all a fine round of applause as we introduce them. First of all, from Apponequet Regional High School, please welcome Brendan Cooney and his coach, Zane Fife. From Bishop Connolly High School, please welcome Kevin Sullivan and his coach, Anthony Nayland. It is a long walk, isn't it? It takes forever to get across, I know. From Bishop Stang High School, please welcome Jeff Chicka and his coach, Ryan Sylvia. From Bourne High School, please welcome Tyler Rondo and his coach, John McIntyre. From Bristol Plymouth High School, please welcome Mike Catania and his coach, John Paris. From Case High School, please welcome Aiden Silva and his coach, Anthony Palladino. From Coyle and Cassidy High School, please welcome Alex Grandy and his coach, Chris Pabst. From Dartmouth High School, please welcome Christopher Martin and his coach, Rick White. By the way, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that Dartmouth High School is now your back-to-back Division III Super Bowl champions. Congratulations. From Diamond Regional Voke Tech High School, please welcome Ahmad Clements and his coach, Richard Victory. From Durfee High School, please welcome Elijah Brooks and coach Taylor Brown. From Fairhaven High School, please welcome Caleb Sabula, and he'll be joined by the athletic director, Scott Francis. From Greater New Bedford Voke Tech Regional High School, please welcome Alex Dixon and his coach, Chuck Allaire. From Middleborough High School, please welcome Brendan Chipman and coach Pat Kingman. From New Bedford High School, please welcome Andrew Raposa and coach Mark DeBrito. From Old Colony Regional Vocational Technical High School, please welcome Luke Cavallo and coaches Brendan Mendez and Matt Trahan. From Old Rochester Regional High School, please welcome Jarrett Johnston and Coach Justin Kogler. From Somerset Berkeley High School, please welcome Kyle Crombie along with Coach Nick Freitas. From Taunton High School, please welcome Connor Briggs and Coach Chris Gretting. And finally, from Wareham High School, please welcome Chris Onogiogo and Coach Dan Nolt. Excuse me, Joshua. Sorry about that, Josh. I was so worried about saying Onogiogo that I forgot it was Joshua for his first name. That was the difficult one there, you know. That was the one that was really throwing us off. You know, this is a wonderful ceremony with a lot of great folks that have helped out and participated in this for many, many years. And before we talk about all our candidates, first we'd like to thank the good folks over at Roberts Tuxedos in Tuxtown for the free tuxedo rentals. And gosh, don't the guys look good tonight. You all clean up well. If you had a chance to get here a little bit earlier, you had a chance to enjoy some great hors d'oeuvres and some wonderful treats from the culinary arts staff and students right here at the high school, and congratulations to them. Great job. Way back when, the award creators of this very ceremony were Jeff Riley and Dick Fabio, and Richard Fabio was here tonight, and I'd like to introduce him to you and have Rick come up to say a few words. Richard? You can verify that?
Thank you, Ed. More than 30 years ago, I approached Jeff Riley here and had this idea. And without any hesitation, he said, let's do it. And here we are, more than 30 years later. And it's fun for me over the years. There are 3 or 4 fathers here tonight that, hey, what are you doing here? My kid, he's one of the nominees. And it's fun for me now and see that. I'd be remiss in not acknowledging Buddy Thomas. His son happens to be here tonight, and he's worked for the Florida Herald, what is it, 26 years, something like that? If he stays here another 25 years, perhaps he can do the 50-year recognition that his father just completed, and one of you guys might be recognized then. But for your father to have done what he did, 50 years high school sports, and then put that all in the paper, that's just wonderful. So shout out to your dad. And finally, Otto Graham. Google Otto Graham. You'll find that I think they won 9 times in a row in the 50s. It was the equivalent of winning the Super Bowl 9 times in a row. So Google him, you'll find out who this man is. He died a few years ago. He was the athletic director of the Coast Guard Academy, and he came here the first 10, 11 years. And good luck to all of you.
So just think, only another 20 some odd years. Great, huh, Mike? Yeah. I feel like a piker. I've only been doing this for 30. I feel kind of like a young fella here once again. Also, we'd like to thank some folks that help out behind the scenes, Cece LeBrode and also Sue Myers and also Jen Corey. And we'd like to thank all of them for making this such a special night. Thank you all. My name is Ed Pereira. I am your congenial host here for the evening from ESPN 1340 WNBH Radio. If you ever have a chance to listen to the games, we appreciate it. Basketball season starts on the 15th for us, so listen in, and that's the last time I'll get my free plug in, so we'll move on from there. Let us begin by introducing you and telling you a little something about our candidates tonight. First of all, let's begin with the Apponequet High School and Brendan Curry and Cooney and Coach Zane Fry. Come on. Coach Zane Fry writes that he's Nominating Brendan Cooney for the annual Otto Graham Football Achievement Award. Brendan has been the starting fullback at Apponequet since Thanksgiving of his freshman season. This year, offensively, he has totaled 565 yards rushing, 8 touchdowns, 6 catches for another 67 yards receiving. Defensively, he has played strong safety and linebacker this year and leads the team with 68.5 tackles, 4.5 for loss, a sack, and a fumble recovery. Brendan is hands down their best all-around player on a team that has struggled with putting talent around him. With a transition year into a new offense and defense, it has been him carrying the team and making big plays when needed. He is a class act on and off the field. Brendan is a model student in the classroom and leads vocally and by action on the playing field. When the team needs a push, he is there to give them a shove in the right direction. There is no one that I would choose better than Brendan Cooney to lead a team on game day. So says Zane Fife, the head coach of Apponequet Regional High School. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to introduce to you once again from Apponequet Regional High School, Brendan Cooney. You can sit down. Thank you, Brendan. Let's move along to Bishop Connolly High School, Kevin Sullivan and Coach Anthony Nalen. Give him his award right there. Now, Coach Nalen writes that Kevin was the quarterback and defensive back this season. At quarterback, Kevin had thrown for 1,029 yards, completing 89 of 151 passers and 10 TDs. He also compiled 675 rushing yards on 74 attempts with 9 touchdowns. Kevin accounted for 18 total touchdowns, earned both Mayflower Athletic Conference All-Star and Team MVP. Leadership, commitment, and toughness are just a few of the characteristics that made up Kevin as a football player. He always leads by example and never asks a peer to do something unless he is doing it 110% himself. His commitment is unmatched as he held the highest attendance rate throughout the offseason. As for toughness, well, Kevin is a north-south type of kid who likes to make one cut and just get going. He is never afraid to hit a hole and always creates yards after contact. And it's his privilege to recommend Kevin Sullivan for the Otto Graham Award. He believes his character exemplifies what this award stands for. As past nominees have shown tremendous success both on and off the field after graduation, it is the coach's belief that Kevin will have a huge impact on the community upon graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, once again from Bishop Connolly High School, Kevin Sullivan. From Bishop Stang High School, please welcome Jeff Chicka and Coach Ryan Sylvia. Jeff is a 3-year letter winner and co-captain for the Spartans, where he excelled in all 3 phases of the game. A two-way starter for the past 2 seasons, he plays every special teams and simply does not come off the field. Jeff routinely sets the offense up with good field position with his explosive punt and kick returns, and always in the mix covering kicks and making tackles to set up the defense. Offensively, Jeff is a versatile skill player who accumulated over 1,500 all-purpose yards over the past 2 seasons. His yards per carry average was 9.4. Chicka showed his toughness and commitment to the team when he played for 6 weeks with a broken bone in his wrist back in 2014. Chicka's performance on defense as a free safety was the most impressive part of his game. The true leader of the defense, his ability to read the play and the quarterbacks was unmatched this season when he totaled 10 interceptions in 11 games. He was the team leader in tackles for the past 2 seasons. He maintains a 3.28 GPA in all honors courses and is heavily involved in the various school activities, and that also with the track team. Jeff looks to continue his football career at the United States Coast Guard Academy, who we just talked about, Otto Graham, so he got a great place to go to. Ladies and gentlemen, once again from Bishop Stang High School, Jeff Chicka. I'd like to introduce to you now from Bourne High School, Tyler Rondo and his coach, John McIntyre. Well, Coach McIntyre writes that it's a great pleasure to nominate Tyler Rondo as an outstanding candidate for the Otto Graham Football Achievement Award. Tyler is a versatile athlete who has successfully quarterbacked many different offensive styles. However, it wasn't until they adopted the spread offense that Tyler showed just how good of a quarterback he is. He led their team in rushing yards, passing yards, and touchdowns. This season, Tyler threw 14 touchdown passes, ran for 9 touchdowns, had 8 two-point conversions, and completed 136 of 249 passes for 1,525 yards, and he rushed for 675 yards on 90 carries for an average of 7.5 per carry. Tyler was voted captain and his team's MVP and was an honorable mention SCC All-Star. Tyler is also an outstanding student. He's consistently on the honor roll and currently has a 3.43 GPA ranking, which is 38th in a class of 145. As good a player as Tyler is on the field, he's even a better person off it. He is honest, humble, and hardworking. Whatever the future holds, Coach knows that Tyler will meet every challenge life presents, and with the same work ethic and positive attitude he displayed on the football field. Tyler will be terribly missed next year, and he sincerely hopes that Tyler Rondo is the recipient of this year's Otto Graham Football Achievement Award. Ladies and gentlemen, once again from Bourne High School, Tyler Rondo. Let us move to Bristol Plymouth High School, and please welcome Mike Catania and his coach, John Paris. Well, Coach Paris writes, as the Bristol Plymouth Regional Technical High School head football coach, he proudly nominates Mr. Mike Catania for this year's 34th annual Otto Graham Football Achievement Award. Mike is a 2-year captain who led his team in tackles for the last 2 years, and both the center and a linebacker. Athletically and statistically, Mike is second to none. He's a 4-year varsity starter at center and at middle linebacker. He was named both Mayflower Athletic Conference All-Star and also the Taunton Daily Gazette All-Star in the years 2014 and 2015. At the close of the 2013 season, Mike was voted as team captain by an overwhelming margin, and the assistant coaches and the head coach here concurred. Very nice. I like that. Some of us would have said agreed, but he used concurred. Were you an English major? You should have been. You showed great potential. Mike would make a great captain. He serves his position well, and at the close of his junior year was voted in again as the captain. As a coach for nearly 2 decades, there is no other candidate for whom the coach feels more strongly deserves this award than Mr. Mike Catania. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Catania from Bourne High School. From Bristol Plymouth, excuse me. From Case High School, please welcome Aiden Silva and Coach Anthony Palladino. Well, here's what Coach Palladino had to say. He would like to nominate Aiden Silva for the Otto Graham Achievement Award for his outstanding work not only on the field, but for his excellence in the classroom. Aiden saw his time on the field at running back, slot receiver, linebacker, kick returner, punt returner. His stats for the 2015 season, 177 rushes, 1,064 yards, that's nearly 6 yards per carry, 14 rushing touchdowns, 11 receptions, one of them for a touchdown, 1 interception, and 1 fumble recovery for a touchdown. Aiden's excellence continues in the classroom, where he currently has a 3.4 GPA, and his schedules include AP and honors courses. Aiden has been a major part of the resurgence of Case football, as he helped Case to its most wins since 2001. His passion to succeed and his desire to be a great person have put him in a great situation. Currently, Aiden is choosing between schools at Worcester State, Anna Maria, and he will continue his football career and work towards his degree in teaching. His ability on the field and leadership off are the reasons why Aiden would be a great choice for the award, and that says Coach Anthony Palladino. Ladies and gentlemen, once again from Case High School, Aiden Silva. From Coyle and Cassidy High School, please welcome Alex Grande and his coach, Chris Papps. Well, the Warriors are proud to nominate Alex Grande for the 2015 Otto Graham Award. It has been such a privilege to coach this young man. Alex has been a 3-year starter on offense and defense for the Warriors. As a captain, he is a leader both on and off the football field. Alex's hard work also paid off in the classroom, maintaining a 3.5 GPA. He's a multi-sport athlete who also plays lacrosse. In his spare time, Alex volunteers at Cooperative Productions for those with special needs. Alex is a two-time All-EAC All-Star winner and a two-time Taunton Gazette All-Star as well. Now, he has led the team this season with 127 tackles, 13 of them for losses, 11 sacks, and 5 fumble recoveries. His best game this year came on Thanksgiving, where he recorded 8 tackles, 3 sacks, 2 fumble recoveries, and was named Thanksgiving Day MVP. Alex was a focal point on offense this season, as well as the fullback in their triple option attack. He had 90 rushes for 384 yards, also 9 receptions for 65 yards. Alex will be attending college this fall to major in business. He has done his parents, both John and Kelly Grandy, very, very proud. Ladies and gentlemen, once again from Coyle and Cassidy High School, Alex Grandy. From Dartmouth High School, please welcome Chris Martin and his coach, Rick White. Chris, I have to tell you that Coach White has the magic touch. Last year, he brought a candidate here, and that was the Otto Graham Award, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm just saying. Dartmouth High football coaching staff's proud to nominate their senior captain, Chris Martin, for the 2015 Otto Graham Football Achievement Award. Blessed with great power, vision, and agility, the 5'7", 155-pound running back has been one of the premier running backs in the state of Massachusetts over the past 2 seasons. Last year, Chris rushed for 1,365 yards, 15 touchdowns, and led Dartmouth to the Division III state championship, where he was named the Boston Globe Super Bowl Most Valuable Player. This season, Chris has rushed for 1,551 yards, 25 touchdowns, and led the Indians to another appearance in the state championship game. His 25 touchdowns are second all-time at DHS and currently second in Division III and third in Massachusetts. I know that's been updated to 28 touchdowns after his 3-touchdown performance on Super Bowl Saturday. His 40 career touchdowns and 3,100 yards rushing are also second all-time at Dartmouth High School. Chris is a 2-time Old Colony League All-Star, a Standard Time Super Team All-Star, and was recently named the Thanksgiving Day Game MVP and selected to the 2015 Boston Herald All-Scholastic Team. All of his ability aside, Chris is a humble young man with a heart of gold and who is one of the toughest young men that Coach White has ever coached. Ladies and gentlemen, from Dartmouth High School, Chris Martin. From Diamond Regional Voke Tech High School, please welcome Ahmad Clements and Coach Richard Vickery. Well, Coach Vickery said that Ahmad has been a 4-year member of the football team and has rushed for 1,500 plus yards in his career. Now, Mr. Levesque referred to him as a great student and that Ahmad knew how to make excellent choices when easy versus the contact choices were an option. Ahmad carries honors classes and his nearly perfect grades in multiple classes. Ahmad was employed by the Naval War College in Newport, and his supervisor was impressed with the way Ahmad presented himself. Ms. Ferreira says Ahmad has earned a ranking in the top half of his class and is on the principal's list also. She also said that his goals of schools such as UMass Amherst and BC are well within his reach. Ahmad is an excellent track and field athlete, and his coach is very impressed with his ability to move about and is even more impressed with his character and quiet leadership. He and his teammates have chosen their own form of community service to complete. The only time Ahmad missed any practices was when he attended the induction of his granddad Fred into the Hall of Fame. Well, we, as well as his granddad Fred, are all looking at Ahmad through very proud eyes because he's the perfect example of what a student athlete, teammate, and son should be. So says Coach Richard Vickery. From Diamond Regional Voke Tech High School, Ahmad Clements. From Durfee High School in Fall River, please welcome Elijah Brooks and Coach Taylor Brown. Well, according to Coach Brown, it's with great pleasure that Durfee High School nominates Elijah Brooks for the Otto Graham Award for the 2015 season. Eli has earned the respect of every coach he played for and every player he has played with. Eli was voted captain his junior and his senior year and broke the single-season rushing rank at Durfee this past year by rushing for 2,017 yards on 188 carries while collecting 20 touchdowns, which is arguably the best season a running back has ever held at Durfee High School. Eli is a two-time member of the Big Three football all-conference team, a Herald News All-Star, the 2015 MVP, and the Luke Urban Award winner. During the season, Eli has rushed for 11 straight 100-yard games, with 7 of these games rushing for 160-plus yards, 3 of the games rushing for over 200 yards. Over Eli's career as a Hilltopper, he carried the ball 319 times, 2,732 yards, for an average of 8.5 yards per carry while accumulating 29 rushing touchdowns. Eli's collected 16 receptions and 180 yards and 3 TDs, which brings Eli's career point total to 192 points. Eli was also a force on the defensive side of things this year, collecting 12 sacks and 8 total tackles for losses from his defensive end position. From Durfee High School, please give a round of applause to Elijah Brooks. From Fairhaven High School, please welcome Caleb Sabuler along with the athletic director, Scott Francis. I won't tell anyone if you don't, Scott, it's okay. Put some extra stickum on there, we'll be all set. Fairhaven High School would like to nominate Caleb Sabulo for the 2015 Otto Graham Award. Caleb has been a 4-year starter on both sides of the ball. Over the past 4 years, he has displayed passion and commitment to become one of the better offensive linemen in the South Coast Conference. Caleb's high school career speaks of his character and his accountability. He has started in 41 of 43 games, and there are no stats that will tell you what he has meant to the program. His heart, his determination is second to none. Caleb is not only accountable, but he is also a born leader and was the team captain for Fairhaven this year. He is what every coach wants. Caleb works hard in practice, but yet still finds time to assist younger offensive linemen. He has earned the respect of his teammates, coaches, and opponents. Caleb is a 2-sport student athlete, of course, football and lacrosse, and he's also worked hard in the classroom and the community. He's maintained a 3.3 GPA, plans on attending Endicott or Coastal Carolina in the fall to study physical education. Caleb is a volunteer coach for the local Pop Warner football team, continuing to build his skills as a leader. Ladies and gentlemen, from Fairhaven High School, Caleb Sabulo. Right here from Greater New Bedford Regional Voke Tech High School, please welcome Alex Dixon and Coach Chuck Allaire. Well, GNB Voke Tech proudly nominates running back Alex Dixon for this prestigious award. Alex has been a positive role model for the players. His leadership, his dedication, and his sportsmanship demonstrate qualities necessary for this nomination. Alex has been a starting running back and a defensive back. He's led their team in rushing. He's averaged almost 90 yards rushing per game. Alex scored 19 touchdowns during these 2 seasons, helping lead us to the best Tier B title, the MIAA playoff appearances, and a school conference championship. He also threw a touchdown pass during the game against Archbishop Williams. Leadership and commitment has made him one of the most consistent players and one of the top football players in the area. Alex has strived to make the Voke Tech program oh so much better. His accomplishments on the field have been recognized as a conference all-star, as well as the Boston Herald Player of the Week. During the game, Alex rushed for 219 yards. He had 3 touchdowns on 12 carries as they defeated Case. Alex's athleticism and also showcased as a member of their lacrosse team. Alex is a demanding shop and works out of school in our co-op program. He's interested in playing football at the next level. Alex well represents his family, his school, and his community, and is well deserving of this nomination. Ladies and gentlemen, once again from Voke Tech, Alex Dixon. From Middleborough High School, please welcome Brendan Chipman and his coach, Pat Kingman. Well, I like the way that the coach put this all in his letter here. We get all the stats up front and what to say about him. Quickly over his stats, though, over the season, 73 completions on 111 attempts, 1,120 passing yards, 18 passing touchdowns, 66% completion rate, 85 rushes, 737 yards, 8.7 yards per carry, 9 rushing touchdowns. I call that a pretty fair year. That's not a bad day's work right there. It is with great pleasure that they nominate Brendan Chipman for the 34th Annual Otto Graham Football Achievement Award. Brendan and his classmates have set the standard for Middleborough, is it Sachem or Sachem? I always want to say Sachem. I always want to say Sachem for some reason. Sachem football. He exemplifies the true meaning of a dual-threat quarterback. His character and mental toughness are unmatched. Brendan is a two-time team captain, two-time Brockton Enterprise All-Scholastic, a Boston Herald All-Scholastic, and reigning Patriot League Player of the Year. He has led the Middleborough offense to historical heights, and leadership from the quarterback position will be missed. Brendan combined for 70 touchdowns, averaging a touchdown every 8 touches of his career. He has always put the team in front of his own personal goals and helped turn Middleborough football into a formidable opponent. Brendan is also a basketball and a baseball player, winning a state championship in his junior year, honor roll student. He's currently ranked 12th out of 208 students. Also a member of the National Honor Society. He also works with Jesse Heitler Foundation for Childhood Cancer, volunteered with Challenger Division, and is one of a major factor in the resurrection of the Middleborough football program. Finished his career 21 wins and 6 losses as a starter. More importantly, though, than his football accomplishments, Brendan is a true definition of a gentleman in the classroom and community. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, from Middleborough High School, Brendan Chipman. From New Bedford High School, please welcome Andrew Raposa and his coach, Mark DeBrito. Well, according to Coach DeBrito, he's very pleased to nominate Andrew Raposa from New Bedford High School for the 2015 Otto Graham Award. This season, Andrew threw for 97 completions in 163 attempts, roughly about 60%, 1,585 yards, 11 touchdowns in 9 games. Andrew rushed the ball 56 times for another 578 yards, which is 10.3 per carry, and 12 touchdowns. Andrew was also the team's punter and averaged 44 yards per punt. As a member of the National Honor Society, he carries a 3.48 grade point average, is currently interested in studying criminal justice in college. Andrew has drawn interest from a number of colleges in both baseball and in football. Andrew has also dedicated his time to many charities and causes within his community. He has volunteered at the New Bedford Half Marathon, Gifts to Give, Community Development Center, and Special Olympics. In his 4 years at New Bedford High School, Andrew has left a legacy that will be hard to match. Andrew exemplifies the best in what they have to offer. They're very, very proud at New Bedford High School to nominate their team captain, Andrew Raposa, for this prestigious award. Ladies and gentlemen, from New Bedford High School, Andrew Raposa. From Old Colony Regional Vocational Technical High School, please welcome Luke Cavallo and his coaches, Brendan Mendez and Matt Trahan. Well, according to the coaching staff, it's an honor for Old Colony to nominate Luke Cavallo for its 2015 Otto Graham Football Achievement Award. Luke is a legitimate contender on the gridiron and in the classroom and the community. He is a model for all student athletes. A 3-year varsity starter, Luke saved his best season for last. He rushed for over 1,000 yards, 1,041 to be precise, received 310 yards, averaged 123 all-purpose yards per game. He broke the school's single-season touchdown record, which is 18, combined with 17 two-point conversions for an individual total of 142 of the team's 316 points this season. His versatility allowed him to play multiple offensive positions, as well as punt. Defensively as a free safety, Luke led the team in tackles and interceptions, including 1 return for a touchdown. In addition, Luke is like a coach on the field, holding all members accountable to their responsibilities. Academically, Luke is an excellent student in all honors classes, posting a 3.96 grade point average, ranked 11th out of 142. As a member of the National Honor Society and an Eagle Scout, Luke spends countless hours volunteering. Luke excels in his technical area of study, machine technology. He will look to continue his education at the next level in mechanical engineering, currently weighing possible institutions such as WPI, Wentworth, or the Coast Guard Academy. We thank you for your consideration for Luke Cavallo for the 2015 Otto Graham Football Achievement Award. From Old Rochester Regional High School, please welcome Jarrett Johnston and his coach Justin Kogler. Well, Coach Kohler writes that it's with great pleasure that Old Rochester nominates Jarrett Johnston for the Otto Graham Award. Jarrett has shown over the past 4 years great leadership, athleticism, and character that makes him a great candidate for this award. Jarrett is a 2-year starter and a 3-year varsity contributor for the Old Rochester Regional Football Program. This past season, he never left the field, playing offensive tackle, defensive end, serving as the long snapper. Offensively, he helped pave the way for over 2,500 team rushing yards and helped the offense hit its stride in the last half of the season. Defensively, he finished the season with 52 tackles, 9 of them for losses, and he also had 5 sacks. Jarrett is also a member of ORR's track team. As a student, Jarrett maintained a 3.47 GPA and participated in the school's student government. Off the football field, he volunteers many hours at his church, helped with the church's food drive, volunteered at Mattapoisett Harbor Days for 4 years, and also works as a cashier at Stop and Shop. Next year, Jarrett will be attending a 4-year college. In closing, Jarrett is a great student athlete both on and off the field. His services will be greatly missed at ORR as a student, an athlete, and as a citizen of the school. Ladies and gentlemen, from Old Rochester Regional, Jarrett Johnston. From Somerset Berkeley High School, please welcome Kyle Crombie and his coach, Nick Freitas. This year's Otto Graham nominee for Somerset Berkeley is Kyle Crombie. Kyle has been an impact player since his sophomore year. He earned a varsity letter by playing on all special teams and changed the course of several games. As a junior, Kyle made his mark on defense. His assignments changed weekly depending on the offensive scheme which they were defending, but it was also sure that we would put Kyle in a position where the offense was most likely to go so he could shut it down. He led the team in solo tackles this year. As a junior, Kyle had 2 1,000-yard running backs starting in front of him. When he did get to touch the ball, he took advantage of it. He averaged over 9 yards per carry. When their offense needed a shot in the arm, Kyle was the guy who took care of it. As a senior captain, Kyle had to step up and play all 3 phases of football. He rarely came off the field. On offense, he ended his year with 17 touchdowns, 7 two-point conversions, and amassed 1,201 yards on 186 carries. Without Kyle, the success would have been greatly reduced this season. This year's Otto Graham nominee for Somerset Berkeley is Kyle Crombie. From Taunton High School, please welcome Connor Briggs and his coach, Chris Redding. Well, as a two-way starter, Connor embodies what a football player should be. Tough as nails physically and mentally, and extremely coachable. Standing at 6 feet 2 inches and weighing 260 pounds, Connor has been their starting left offensive tackle for the past 2 seasons. His quick feet and hands, combined with his overall strength, allowed Connor to protect the quarterback and not allow a sack all season. Defensively, Connor started all 11 games at defensive tackle, leading all interior linemen on the team with 37 tackles, 12 tackles for loss out of those 37 also. His performance on both sides of the ball this past football season did not go unnoticed in the competitive Hockomock League, where he was selected by the coaches as a league all-star honorable mention. Connor's a 3-sport athlete, in which he was voted as captain not only for the varsity football team, but also for the winter track team and the varsity tennis team. In the classroom, Connor is an advanced placement student with a 4.0 GPA. He has been a member of the National Honor Society since his sophomore year, and he's been on the Taunton High School honor roll each and every semester. Connor's looking forward to continuing his football career at one of several interested Division III colleges while studying communications. So you can take this job over at some point, Connor. You'll be all set, no doubt about that. Ladies and gentlemen, once again from Taunton High School, Connor Briggs. And last but certainly not least, please welcome from Wareham High School, Joshua Onigiogo and his coach, Dan Nolt. Can I just say Josh from this point? No, I'm just that's all right. Let's talk a little bit about Josh Onigiogo for you for this award. He's been a member of the Viking football program since his freshman year. He's been a 3-year starter on both offense and defense. Each of those years, he has led their team in most offensive and defensive categories. Josh has been the team captain each of the last 2 seasons. Being a junior captain was recognition by his teammates for his work ethic during the off-season and the respect for his lead by example and his demeanor. This past year, it went without saying who was the leader of the team. In the classroom, Josh has a solid 86.4 grade point average and a challenging honors and college preparation program. At the conclusion of high school, Josh wishes to continue playing football at the collegiate level. He is currently exploring several options, which include prep schools, West Coast, and local junior colleges and collegiate programs. As a football staff, we will miss Josh's leadership and contributions to our program, and once again, the coach is proud to have coached Josh the last 4 years and looks forward to seeing what his future holds. Ladies and gentlemen, once again from Wareham, Joshua Onigiogo. I hope that as we were talking about all our candidates, you were paying attention and noticed that many of them, all of them, excel in the classroom and not just on the field. And you worry about, I know Russ Baldwin used to say this all the time, the late Russ Baldwin used to say, you know, I worry about our country. He says, and then when I come to do the Otto Graham Awards, I feel pretty gosh darn good about the future. I think I say the same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for our folks here tonight. Once again, Richard, I'd like you to come up here so you can help make this presentation. In my hand, I feel like I'm doing a Johnny Carson routine. In my hand, I have the envelope that I have not opened. As you can see, it is still sealed. There was only one person in this room who knew who the winner was for tonight's proceedings. Guys, you all set? You ready? Everybody's ready to jump up? Hope I don't rip the name here as I open this up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the 34th 2015 Otto Graham Award winner is a 2-time Super Bowl champion from Dartmouth High School, Christopher Martin.
Hello everyone, I just want to say how honored I am to win this award. I just want to thank my coaches, my football brothers, my family, and everyone who was on my side to help me get this award. It's just amazing. Thank you.
I like that. It was sweet, direct, and to the point. I think he ran that fast on the football field, too. I'm not sure. Well, that about concludes our ceremonies for this evening. We thank all of you for being here with us this evening. We hope you'll come join us again next year for the Otto Graham Awards. One other note, too. Don't forget that the Dave Cowens Awards will be here for the best in boys and girls basketball players, and we'll have that in early March, I believe, or the end of February, something like that. So we hope you'll join us for that. Once again, a nice round of applause for all of our candidates for the Otto Graham Award and to our winner, Chris Martin. Have a good night.